Joining us now is our storm chaser, Aaron Rigsby. Aaron usually chats with us about severe weather, but last night he opted to head north and chase the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, I am so jealous, Aaron. Aaron joins us this morning from Myrtle, South Dakota after capturing the spectacle. Aaron, absolutely stunning video. How long were you waiting before the event started?
Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for having me this morning. You wouldn't know it, but the skies are nice and cloudy right now, but we got that brief window that we needed to work with, and we were able to capture those amazing images of the Aurora Borealis, and it felt like an eternity that I was waiting. We ended up coming up here the night before because there was a chance of an Aurora show before then, but all of these CMEs are what caused these northern lights to be seen in the lower 48 further south than what you might expect was delayed a very long time, and it didn't end up arriving until 5:30 this morning Central Daylight Time. So just before sunrise, we were able to sneak that Aurora Borealis show in.
Yeah, you mentioned to producers that you weren't sure you would see anything last night. What made you think you wouldn't be able to see him? Because of the clouds?
It was a variety of things. The clouds were starting to build in from the west. They were moving right up to my location, and the solar flare and the CME was just so delayed. Originally, this was anticipated to arrive around midnight, which would have been perfect viewing time. And as the hours ticked by and no signs of life from that CME arriving, we actually started to begin our trek back toward Denver, Colorado. And about 45 minutes into that drive, we got a notification and could see in that solar data that it had finally impacted Earth. Pulled over, was able to find a good viewing spot, and just as we pulled over and got the camera set up, the night skies lit up with those beautiful reds and greens.
Wow, and this isn't your first rodeo, Aaron. You've shot the Northern Lights before. Each event is unique visually. Can you describe what viewing this event was like?
Absolutely. The thing that stood out the most about this, and I tell you, I've seen the Aurora dozens of times, and each time is just so different. But what stood out with this one is those really bright red colors. The red auroras are actually some of the rarest that you can view. And to see them so vibrantly with my naked eyes, because the cameras can see the colors a lot better than what our eyes can. But those reds, I could see that in real time, which I have never seen before, even up in areas of Alaska. I've seen those really bright greens and pinks, but I've never seen such a vibrant red from the northern lights in the skies like that with my eyes.
And I'm sure, Aaron, as great as this looks on camera, I'm sure it was even more awe-inspiring live. All right, how do the skills and strategies you developed as a storm chaser translate to capturing the Aurora Borealis? It's a different animal you're chasing.
Gosh, I tell you, one thing that storm chasing has taught me is a lot of patience, and it sure paid off with this event. And if folks think forecasting snow and severe weather is hard, try forecasting space weather. There's a lot more limited resources. The timing is usually off, sometimes by days at a time, and you just got to make yourself available and move with those cloudy skies, those storm frontal systems. This time of year is particularly tricky because we get a lot of those storm systems move through. A lot of the folks in the Midwest get kind of skunked by clouds because of the warm Great Lakes and that cold air and those cold air masses that move through, and they just sock them in clouds. So you just got to be up and ready to go. And I tell you, you'll bust 8 times out of 10 trying to chase these northern lights, but it only takes that 9 and 10th chance to make it all worthwhile and make all those miles on the road worthwhile, similar to storm chasing.
Oh, Aaron, this is one of my dreams, definitely a bucket list. I missed when I was in Alaska myself, but hey, maybe I'll have to join you on one of your Aurora Borealis chases. All right, storm chaser Aaron Rigsby, thanks for joining us.